So I'm currently doing a project called the Personality for School. I've decided to base my project on the sport golf.
Yep.
However, I need to narrow it down to make it more specific than rather too broad. So I've based my project on a more specific area in golf. I've decided to go more towards the equipment side. I'm focusing on how has the improvements of the equipment of golf changed, and has it made the game easier to play, and has it had an effect on your game today. As part of the project, you need to have a target audience. My target audiences are the amateurs and beginners who are relatively new to the sport. I want to help them by gaining knowledge, to help them know what are the best clubs to use and what best positions to use them in. So in general, how to improve their game. The following questions that I'll be asking you will help me with my further research and benefit my projects. So the first question is has the equipment that you've used when you started developing it in a positive or negative way throughout your golfing career?
I think it's definitely positive. Yeah, without a doubt. I think technology and the amount that technology can, it's all about, when you're playing, it's all about forgiveness. So if something's easier to hit or you get a better feel from something, it can improve your game and improve your performance. So, if a miss hit goes slightly better with a slightly better technology, then you're going to put it in a bag, it's going to improve your game, and then vice versa. And also with if you get an enhanced feel or in regards to golf ball or a putter or a wedge, if something like that's made really well and it's got good materials, or there's a new technology that helps improve the feel of it, it obviously helps with your touch and stuff around the greens and stuff, so that can help as well.
So has there been a point in your career where you've needed to change your style of play to accommodate these changes in the equipment? If so, what areas have you needed to change?
I don't think there's necessarily an area that's changed in my game. I think being a professional and playing golf every day, week after week, your game is kind of the way you play is kind of the way you play, and you turn up at different golf courses and you have maybe different strategy.
Yeah.
So you may change the setup of your bag to what suits that course that week. Otherwise, your game that you won't start hitting high because there's a different drive. If the way you see it is low, you're always going to play that way. If you see everything high, then you're going to play that way too. So for me, I think for how available things are on tour to us, we can obviously change the setup of our bags week in, week out, which helps. And obviously technology and the equipment that's the main thing for that, what's in the bag. But in terms of playing, I don't really think technology has changed the way that I play. I think you kind of, as you grow up as a kid into boys, men's golf, and then into pro golf, you don't really, the way you play and the way that your eyes work is the way that they work, and that's what you see and feel comfortable doing.
Yeah. So what are the key influences as an amateur player that has helped you become a professional? So who did you really look up to when you were younger? For example, Tiger Woods.
Yeah. When I was young, I looked up to Nick Faldo quite a bit, Ernie Els, and obviously Tiger Woods. So they would be my role models growing up.
So if there would be one thing you could change to any piece of equipment, what would it be?
I think the game is probably the size of the heads and stuff. I think sometimes they do offer a little bit too much forgiveness. But I also recognise the fact that the game is about opening it up to the mass market and making it easy, because it is a really difficult game. You watch snooker or games that everyone finds really hard. Golf is probably up there with probably one of the hardest sports to play. You've got putting, chipping, short iron play, mid iron play, long irons. There's a lot of different aspects to the game, and I think one of the biggest things to the general market is people want to hit the ball a long way. So the bigger they make the heads, the easier they are to hit, the better they are for everyone. But if you can hit the ball well and strike the ball well, obviously you'd like that to be a little bit tougher, so you get a little bit more of an advantage. But I think technology is good for the game and good for the sport in general, because it's easier for most people to play.
So as an amateur, what are your key areas that you focused on using to improve your game?
Just kind of like what I said, like, I think there's a lot of aspects to the game. I think when I was young, you know, you got obviously the setup of your bag, then you got your technique, you've got fitness side, you've got mental side. So all of these aspects help your overall performance. But short or narrow, you sort of the biggest thing that you can improve is your skill. So being out there playing golf, and so I think one of the biggest things when I was an amateur and helped me play was the amount that I competed. When I was back home, I'd always compete and play against my friends. We'd go out and have little side bets and play, and it was always competitive. And I think the biggest thing about growing up as a sportsman, or you know, trying to improve yourself as a sportsman when you're young, is having a competition there, and that's the main thing, because you can improve your skill under the pressure of playing tournaments.
So just one final question, just to round off the interview. If you could give one piece of advice to a young player that's started out, what would it be?
One thing I'd say is that there's no rush to succeed. Obviously, you want to do your best, give it 100% every time. Every time you're over a shot, you know, play it like that's your last shot you're going to hit of your life. So give it your all. And also, you know, like I said, take your time, be patient with yourself. Don't get bogged down with how other people are doing. You know, we're all our own person. One guy can be the best player in the world at 21, the next guy can be the best guy in the world at 35. So there's no right or wrong to how quick or slow you develop a golf. But I think the biggest thing would be just to realise, you know, golf's a game where it takes 5 hours. Like there's a lot of aspects to it, and I think, you know, being happy and being comfortable in who you are and how you want to go about doing your own business, if you like, is the main thing. And also, if you've got a clear plan about where you want to go and what you want to do, and you've got some good advice around you, that's the most important thing.
Thank you for your time.
Alright, Sam. Cheers, mate.